Alright, so today we're learning all about the kit that is a collaboration with Eboni. Now, the Sims team originally posted a brand new article on their website, a brand new blog post in regards to the kit yesterday, along with the release of the patch and patch notes, but I decided to just focus on the patch notes and do this today. I mean, we still have about 24 hours until both kits arrive, which are coming out tomorrow, but let's learn a little more about the collaboration itself. The Sims team writes on Twitter, "We're proud to work with Eboni to create the Sims 4 Urban Homage Kit, featuring pieces that blend the zeitgeist of eras past and her personal style. Read how this kit came to be and the creative process behind scenes straight from Eboni." So they also posted about this today as well, literally just got pinged in Discord like 5 minutes before recording this video. Also, again, linking to this same exact blog post. So they are really pushing this thing, guys. Pushing it hard. Eboni is a familiar face for most Simmers. As a longtime Simmer, streamer, and custom content creator, her passion for advocating for greater representation in gaming can be felt in everything she makes. More recently, she was a key contributor to Play in Color, a campaign and documentary in partnership with Dark and Lovely that aimed to shine a spotlight on the importance of authentic representation in gaming. Although she has been a player of The Sims since the original game's launch, her journey into the realm of custom content creation started in The Sims 4. What began as a desire to have Dashiki in her own game soon grew into a mission dedicated to creating representation for others as well. So just a little bit on Eboni and their history with advocating for greater representation in gaming. This time around, we're proud to work with her to create the Urban Homage Kit launching April 18th, 2024. That is tomorrow now, guys, which features pieces that tap into the zeitgeist of eras past that have had a lasting influence on the fashion we're seeing in our current day. Danny was kind enough to answer some of our questions about how this kit came to be and the creative process behind the scenes. Can you talk a little about the ideation process for this kit collaboration? I'm someone that has a million and one ideas. So when the team came to me with this collaboration, my mind immediately began thinking of all the different items I want to bring into the game. I pitched 3 different themes, which I collected lots of different inspiration for from all over. When I came up with the Urban Homage, the pitch to Maxis, I was paying homage to the 80s, 90s, and 2000s. The kit is inspired by the urban chic culture, which highlights the innovation, diversity, and vibrancy that city life fosters, which I very much embrace as part of my day-to-day wears. So with that said, I wanted to bring to life some timeless pieces that tap into eras that we draw inspiration from and are still the blueprint of fashion innovation to this day, with a variety of outfits that are dynamic and vibrant, traditional and contemporary, and rich with cultural trends. And from what we've seen with the screenshots that have been posted thus far and the item list, I think Danny did just that. The pieces in this kit are so iconic. Where did you draw inspiration from, and why did you choose Urban Homage for your kit collaboration? So we pulled a lot of inspiration from iconic fashion eras from the 2000s, 90s, and 80s, and saw how different generations remixed and drew inspiration from those eras to make their own iconic looks, fit into the current trends, but also I took a look at some of my own looks and how my trends have changed over the years, but still tapped into that 90s, 2000s blueprint. How much of this kit pulled inspiration from your real life and experiences during that time? Well, the number on the basketball shorts are actually the birthdays of my mom, 24, and dad, 18, best friend, 16, goddaughter, 14, and my own, 10. I felt this would be such a beautiful thoughtful, personal touch to accommodate and pay homage to the people who mean the absolute world to me. I also had to include a dashiki in the kit because this was actually the first piece of custom content that I shared with the world. For me, this is a real full circle moment because it was a piece that allowed me to tell my stories authentically, and now it's a piece that players all over the world can use to tell their stories without the need for custom content. That's why I really keep saying to people, like, this is important. I know I see this comment and this argument a lot on social media, like, we don't need this, we have mods and custom content. Right, that might be the case for you, little ol' Sally, but what about Timmy over here that plays on Xbox? He doesn't have the option for custom content. Or Amanda that plays on PlayStation. You know, not everyone has the option for custom content, and we know that in general, speaking in terms of the gaming industry as a whole, representation has always lacked. It is getting better, but it is still an issue and has always been a pretty big issue. So without these custom content pieces and modifications from actual players and the community of people that play and love the game, most of the time, a lot of this representation is just not happening in the form of actual DLC that you can download from the developers. Thankfully, when it comes to the Sims franchise and the Sims 4, they've been doing a really good job at giving us that stuff so that we don't have to rely on mods and custom content. Yes, it's not always free with a patch. Sometimes it's in a kit or sometimes it's in an expansion game or stuff pack and you have to pay, but at least it is available there for you, you know? So that's why I really love this kit, and I think that it's beautiful because it's just more accessible than mods and custom content are. And also, just because you play on PC and Mac doesn't mean you even can use mods. Some people, even in that circumstance, still can't. And let's say you can use mods, it doesn't mean you should or have to use mods, you know? This should still be an option for those that don't want to or can't use mods. And that is my piece on that. Do you own any of these items in your own closet? Yes, I am a self-proclaimed co-ward queen, so I have a lot of the co-ward sets myself, as well as the head wraps, septum piercing, and bamboo hoops. I also have a personalized graffiti tee in the works. What was your approach for creating pieces that bridge the gap between iconic fashion items and universally appealing styles? What I wanted to ensure the most was that the pieces didn't feel dated, so it was important that we created items that primarily took inspiration from iconic eras, but not to copy and paste these looks. And in order to do that, we looked at trends and looks that were also timeless and combined them to create the styles. So it's virtually like a modernization of these past eras and these looks from these past eras, and I really like that. Who in The Sims do you see rocking this kit best, and in what worlds? My girl Penny Pizzazz is about to go to town in San Myshuno with this whole new wardrobe, and I'm envisioning Dirk Dreamer heading to the Starlight Accolades in Del Sol Valley in so many pieces from this kit. You guys already know I had to put some emphasis on that word in all caps. What kind of stories do you see players creating as Sims wearing and using the pieces in this kit? I can see every kind of story being created using pieces from this kit. Fashion designers, stylists, activists, celebrities, music groups, parties, sports events, and even just every day existing in looks that resonate with the Sims personalities. There's so much potential for this kit to be used in every aspect of a player's game. Honestly, more important than anything else, so many people are going to see themselves more in a video game with a kit and a collaboration like this. And The Sims is all about self-expression, so you know, it's kind of their brand at this point to provide content that continues building on that. That is why I will always support content like this. Collaborating with creators is so important for The Sims. What was it like working with this team? I've had the pleasure of working with the team a couple of times now, but this was in a completely new capacity, and it's been amazing to work with them on something so life-changing from start to finish. finish. They took a lot of care to bring my ideas to life and took a lot of my constructive feedback away and came back with great designs and pieces. It goes without saying that collaborating with creators is exceptionally important. It's inspiring their communities, supporting their journey, uplifting their voices, and helping to craft the game around the community, who are the change makers and game changers that make the game what it is today. And that is Truth Tea piping hot. Keep the collaborations coming, and not just the collaborations with outside sources, but more importantly, collaborations from within the community itself. Content creators, stylists, etc. Finally, a classic. What is the most chaotic thing you've ever made your sim do? Now, why you gotta put me on blast? I have done many chaotic things in all of my years of simming, but one of the most chaotic things my sims have ever done is have a court case to represent my sim on trial. It was really a movie because it ended up with the plaintiff having to go on the run and change their identity. So Urban Homage will be available starting tomorrow, guys, April 18th, and this will be available everywhere: PC, EA, Steam, Origin, Epic Games, PlayStation 5, 4, Xbox XS, and Xbox One systems. Let me know down below what you guys think of this collaboration, what you think of this kit. There are actually 2 kits coming. Are you guys going to pick up the other one? I think it was, I don't even remember the names of them at this point because they pump these things out so often. I just know it had to do with parties. I know it has a new record player. I know it has a disco ball. I know it has a fog machine. We don't know if all those things are going to be functional. And honestly, I'm not the biggest fan of that kit, but this is the one that I'm most excited for. Are you guys going to pick up both of them? Either of them? Share your thoughts below. And for now, that is it from me. Thank you for watching. Take care and happy life simming.